man. How excited are you, bro?
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Man, I've never been on a New York ferry before.
Yeah. Well, this is the first for me too as well.
Welcome aboard the Staten Island Ferry.
It's funny how far we've come. Prepping and getting ready for Tokyo. This is amazing. This is good. We came a long way.
I mean, I think with all athletes at the same time, the hardest thing is the training aspect of anything. You know what I'm saying? Especially with what we do and what goes into it, bro. You know, we have to be, locked. You got to go fast enough to be comfortable in guiding, and then I have to be fast enough in order to go and win.
To put you in those positions so you can actually feel it. That's been the tough part, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's why sometimes, the 100 meters is the most difficult race, especially for blind folks, just because we got to be, spot on.
We've been on the same page as far as connecting and communicating what we both need to do in order to be successful. And like we say, the goal is gold.
Yeah, you got to continue to lock it in.
Got to continue.
Got to continue.
Yeah, most definitely.
Move your hand away from the side. So, and that's the hands that's raised. Yep, that's her face. And she's wearing this cool.
And so she's wearing this, like...
Yeah, pretty crazy. And of course, she's holding up the torch. It's almost like a gown. You can feel where it's buttoned up right here, too. Yeah. There's chains that are broken down at the bottom of the feet. Chains. It's up here. It's like they were broken. And the Statue of Liberty is right there in that direction, right? And this is what's sitting out in the middle of the water, but obviously at a bigger size, a bigger scale. It's pretty cool, huh? And then I want to say that this is the Brooklyn Bridge that's directly right there.
Are we actually moving?
Yeah, we're moving. Does it feel that way?
No, it does not.
Yeah.
I'm just being honest.
Being out this far, you don't realize how big New York is until you can actually see the skyline of everything and the building structures. It's huge. New York is very big.
So, bro, I was thinking, hypothetically, man, do you think we could run a marathon?
We have to get in more miles.
Yeah.
Weekly.
Yeah. Weekly.
Hold on, wait. Let me tie my shoe.
What's going on, superstar?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Do you have no idea who I am, do you? Been watching you on YouTube, man.
This a cop?
Yeah.
Yo, wait, can I call
How's it going, man?
Can I call you Tim now?
Come on, you're running with me now.
Okay.
That's where it all started.
All right, let's go.
Don't go too fast. You know I'm fast. You know I'm just So yeah, the very first day David showed up to school, it was, we had a whole crew of new kids that day. And we took them all outside to run right after lunch. And I just watched David go around turn 1 and through turn 2 and watched him go down the back straight. And I was like, look at that kid go. I mean, everything was just in line. His gait was perfect. His knees were where they needed to be. He's pumping his arms. Everything was right. Bring it hard. Let's go. You're not a ballerina. Come on. There you go. It's looking good. Kick it out. Kick it out. Kick out.
Athletics is very important to blind kids. I would say not all blind kids, some blind kids. It gives them a chance to try new things, but anyone who has tried a new sport understands the confidence that comes from challenging yourself like that, to go out and compete, to be part of a team.
His ability to do things overall was uncommon. As his vision decreased, he was able to put together things and do things kinesthetically that normally you wouldn't expect a kid to be able to do.
I can remember the first time I realized David was losing his vision big time and it's pretty much gone. And I was trying to talk him into changing classes, you know, from having vision to not having vision, and he was fighting it.
I didn't have mobility until he was a senior, and by that point he couldn't see anything.
Yeah.
He would say, "Yeah, my vision, it's coming back. It's not really gone. I'm gonna get it back." Everything.
Yeah, he said that to me a couple times.
Yeah.
Why do I need to change classes? I'm gonna be able to see again.
Yeah.
Remember we were in Wisconsin and I put him in the mile and he came cruising around turn 4 and clotheslined himself in the last lap.
Oh my gosh.
That's when he was like, okay, you're probably right. I think I might need to do something else here.
Yeah.
So I think that was an eye-opener for him.
That was an alarming moment.
It was an alarming moment.
An alarming moment because he ran so fast and to hit the wires.
He started excelling at such a young age and just was unbeatable. You know, he was just amazing at everything he did. Track, you know, goal ball.
If I had my sight, like everything was good for me, 20/20 vision and everything else, I'll play basketball. Honestly, it's in comparison to track. If they had blind basketball, I wouldn't be here right now.
How fast is David right now?
David's best time right now is 10:8.9, which is phenomenally fast.
We haven't seen his limit yet.
I'd be interested to see how fast he's really going to get. I'm wondering, can he break the 10.5?
He's already got the world record, so
He does have the world record.
Go for a walk, man. Come on. So, brother, I want to know, your hearing has got to be on point because that motivates you, that pumps you up. We need that feedback from our fans and from the audience.
Like you said, the adrenaline from having a crowd there, it definitely helps. You know, it is your performance. Me personally, I try to bring that energy.
When I'm on stage doing stand-up now, I tend to perform not just for the audience, but I perform for myself
Exactly.
also. So you're racing against an opponent and you're racing against yourself.
Exactly.
Woo-wee.
Exactly.
Have you ever did a race and you finished and you said, I just kicked my own ass? Have you ever done that?
I mean, I do that after training, actually.
Hey, I talk about myself in the third person all the time.
Oh, heck
I
yeah.
say, JB, you killed this crowd tonight. So I would love to know what inspires you.
Okay, yeah, well, me personally, man, I'm inspired by athletics itself. You know, I don't care if you're a baseball player, basketball player, you know. And then, of course, a Paralympic athlete overcoming a disability, you know what I'm saying? So, like myself, You're getting up and you're doing something and you're staying active. You know, that's inspiring to me. With track in particular, you know, I love speed. You know, I like to go fast, so I push myself. So I'm inspired to try to just continue to get faster and go, you know, feel that rush. You know, I'm an adrenaline junkie.
Introduce you to somebody special. Right across from you is Black Thought from the Roots.
Wait.
Black Thought.
What?
What's up, brother?
Hey, how you doing?
Peace, man. It's a pleasure to meet you.
No, nice to meet you. Honor, man.
So, you mentioned, you know, you play a couple instruments, and yeah, I wanted to just speak to you briefly about your relationship with music, to music.
Yeah.
You know.
One cool thing with music, as you know, is universal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So with how we do things, even on the track, is a tempo to it. Like this, our feet hitting the ground, you know. So it's a certain kind of tempo, and then every once in a while, you know, I'll start busting out a beatbox or something, you know, or we'll just kind of hit that like, boom, you know, something like that, you know.
I think it's real important to, you know, to work with people that you can trust, so that, you know, that's one less thing, one less concern that you need to worry about. So you could just focus on doing the important work, you know what I mean? Like my metronome, you know what I'm saying, the foundation to which I've always been tethered, so to speak, has been Questlove, and, you know, my co-founding member, and just that drum, that beat. Just rising to certain challenges as a duo, as a collective.
Like you said, a duo. That's the same dynamic that I had with my guide run. They feeling like, man, I can't even practice right now. Yo, let's get going. Like, man, I don't want to do this training today. Hey, let's go, man. You know, remember the goal.
Ladies and gentlemen, the musical stylings of Grift and Jellin. Come on!
I've definitely questioned that at certain points in my life and at points in my career, you know, whether I could sort of, you know, push on, you know what I mean? When my mother was still alive, I always, you know, thought if anything ever happened to my mom, that I wouldn't be able to carry on. In that moment, you know, when I lost her, it became almost, you know, more important for me to continue, because I knew that those were her wishes. You know, my mother was my rock, my foundation, and when I lost her, my relationship with Questlove and the band just got that much deeper, and he became, you know, the person that I relied upon.
Like me with my disability, you know, there's so many people in my position, but these are the cards that I'm dealt, you know, but what am I going to do with it? You know, tragedy happens to everybody. You know, we all suffered something last year. You know what I'm saying? But how are you going to get through it? So,
in Philly, we say it ain't the setback, it's the get back.
I like that.
You know?
Yeah.
Well, you got a very beautiful spirit, brother.
I appreciate it. Yeah, you too, man. And thanks for taking the time, man, for coming out. You know, it means a lot, seriously.
Yeah, no, thank you. Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah.
What are you doing in New York?
I got a call and they said, come to New York. I'm gonna get off. Thank you, Jerome.
Got a call and they say come to New York.
Good to see you, son.
You always wanted to get to New York, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
Now you're in New York. You were supposed to be in Kansas City.
As a boy, he was running around as any other natural child. But at the age of 15 months old, David got sick. He started showing signs of headache and just started crying excessively. Took him to the hospital, and there they diagnosed him with Kawasaki's disease, which attacked his hemoglobins and different things like that. So he was treated for that several times for that, but at the same time, the disease took control of his eyesight, opposed to his other organs. And so his doctors, they performed eye surgeries on him to control the eye pressures. Even with the eye pressures being controlled, caused glaucoma. And a lot of the glaucoma caused his eyesight to start to deteriorate, which was something hard as a child, you know, to tell your child you're gonna lose your sight. Let's go, come on. Go tether up. Come on, run, son. We got to go to the Paralympic experience there in Beijing, China. David had to write an essay, a 500-word essay. David was one that was selected. So there in 2008 is when David got to see the Paralympic Games, and that's when his dream began. I'm excited for David. I met his fiancée, Rebecca, a year ago, and she's such a sweetheart. I just love her. I mean, it's like, it's a daughter already. When my dad passed away, David's grandfather passed away last year in April, and Rebecca came with him. And they were there that same evening. And I was like, this young girl is real. And I said, thank you. And she says, ain't no way. She says, no way would I let David come by himself at a time like this. I said, David, you got a good one right there. There was a time Coach Cruz made the decision that it was time for David to move on with another gap runner, and that's when David met Jerome. They competed through the Desert Challenge, traveled through the World Championships, but there in Rio in 2016, where they took the stage, they got gold. They got gold.
His guy, Jerome, a generation older than him, still running faster than 10.8. It's just amazing on Jerome's part.
Holy cow.
So how you been, man?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Family's doing great and all that. Been following your career kind of from a distance. I haven't met you. Jerome. Jerome, I'm glad to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you. So, bro, if we're training for a marathon, how fast do you think we can do it?
I'm not exactly sure. What do you think overall time-wise?
Shoot, 5 hours?
5 hours.
5 hours. Maybe a little bit longer for the first one. I gotta feel it out. And being connected to you two, who knows? Maybe you might be dragging me in this one.
It's just like magic watching him run down a straightaway. You know there are two people there, but you only see one.